All right, hello everybody. So I'm going to be showing you how to make utility to automatically compile files for compiled languages, so Java, C, C++, whatever. And this is going to be an easy tutorial. It's going to be designed pretty much at beginners. I feel as if you're not really a beginner, you would kind of already realize you can do this. But yeah, so I remember being, my sophomore year in university, and we started doing Java, and I was like, this sucks. Do I really have to type Java C this file.java, Java C this other file.java? Well, no, you don't. You can make something that can automatically do that for you, and also you can make it so it only does the select files if you want to go ahead and do some fancy input, output, and conditional statements. But so let's go ahead and make some just generic files. Let's say I'll have like 3 C++ files I want to compile. I'm not going to do Java because I'm on my tablet here with TerminUX terminal emulator, but I'm going to be showing you how to do this, by the way, for Linux and for Windows. So I'm going to go ahead and make a file. Let's just say like file1, C++ file. Let's go ahead and just do yeah, so okay, so I have one C++ file. Let's make one of this as hello world. Okay, so let's just go ahead and use these 2 files. So now the real thing that's going to be doing this is, let's go ahead and make a file called compiler. And I've already partially written this one out, but yeah. So basically, what you want to do is have it call. And by the way, this one has to be in C. This has to be a C file. It can be C, it can be C++, it doesn't matter. However, I mean, I guess you could do it in Python too. I guess I'll show you a Python version real fast also. But yeah, so basically what you want to do is you want to have a C file. And so, I mean, if you're doing this in Windows or on Notepad, Sublime Text, doesn't matter, just save it and ensure you saved it as a C file. If you're doing C++, CPP. But yeah, so basically, I had these files, file 1, and I had another one, hello world. Okay, so let's say you're doing this in Java. Obviously, the command in Java is javac .java. And so what's going to happen is when you run this, it's going to just put this into your system, your command line. So if it's Windows, it's going to do this for Windows, and if it is Linux, it's going to do it for the Linux command line. Now, obviously, I didn't use a Java file because this terminal emulator I'm using can't run Java. There's no available Java developer kit or Java runtime environment. But so for Linux, you just do g++ file1.cpp -o, some of the German keyboard layout, file1 with no extension. And I would do the same thing for this g++ hello world.cpp -o hello world. And so if I run this and if I compile this file, actually, okay, so this is not a library. Okay, cool. So Now to compile this, if I run it by just doing in Linux, it's .-compile, or you file name. Okay, so let me fix those other files. So other files have a problem in that I wrote stdlib instead of stdlib.h. Okay, so it just finished running, and now if I do ls, yeah, you can go ahead and see that I have, where's my, I have like touch sensory on, so you can see I have I meant to type hello world, but I have hello world, which is the compiled version of hello world, and I have file1, which is a compiled version as an executable version of file1 over here. So if I do ./file1 to run it, it executes. This is file1. Same thing if I do hell world instead of hello world. Look, it says hello world. So now if you were on Windows, it would be a little bit different how you would compile this, which is also going to go ahead and reflect in your little program that compiles it. So let me go back to compiler.cv+. Okay, so you're going to still have this G++, file1.cpp-o, file1, but it's going to be now .exe, and if it would so happen that you wanted to share these files, you would have to add a little bit extra stuff. So if you just ran this on Windows with this exact command, it's going to compile Windows executable.exe file, but if you share it with your friends, it's going to give them some error about how they're missing certain libraries, and it's not going to run. And so the way you get around this is you have to put some extra arguments in for the compiler, for the G++ compiler. So particularly it's -static. Forgot I have the German keyboard layout. All right, this is so -static -libgcc, and then another one -static -libstdc++. And so when you do this on Windows, it will make an executable file that you can run on Windows and also share with your friends. Now, of course, if you're on Java, you don't have to write any of that. It's just Java C, file.java. But if you wanted to, if you're trying to do this on Windows, you have to ensure that the way you compile this original C file that's doing everything for you has been compiled this particular way, compiler.exe, because again, now it's in Windows, it's .executable. And if you wanted to share this for, I don't really know why you'd want to share this particular file, but again, then you would have to do -static -libgcc, and then again -static -lib libstdc++. Okay, so let's say you don't want to mess around with C++, C. You don't have G++ installed already. Then what you have to do is, you can do it in Python as well. So let's make a Python one. Okay, so wow, I made a PC file. Alright, cool. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and import OS, and I think actually you just go ahead and do os.system, and then you would just if it was a Java, it'd be Java C my file 1.java, and if it was, you just do this over and over again for every file that you have. Java C my file 2.java, and so on. So just to demonstrate that this would work for those C files I wrote, let's go ahead and do G++, what was it, hello world, not C++, -o, hello world. Okay. And so to show this is actually going to work, because again, previously I had written down hell world instead of hello world. This, if I run this, it should overwrite. Well, it won't overwrite, there's just going to be two of them now. So I'll go ahead and do python py compiler.py. And if I look at this directory, yeah, so I have hello world now, and if I try to run hello world, see, it writes it. So this is how you can automatically compile, files all at once without having to type. I mean, you still have to type it once, but you type it once and you never have to type it again. But yeah, so this is a method by which to have the computer do the compiling for you. In fact, I don't think it's going to be in. I don't think it's going to be in this directory, but oh, no, it's not. Yeah, but yeah, this will have it so the computer automatically does it for you. You don't have to constantly over and over and over again type compile this blah blah. It's automated now. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Of course, I will reply to them. But yeah, again, hope this was helpful, and yeah, have a good day.